Want to speak Spanish like a native? You have to learn irregular verbs. They're the tricky words that change in unexpected ways. But don't worry, it's not as hard as it sounds. Learn these tricky words and you'll speak so much better. Imagine trying to talk but forgetting how to say I went or I ate. Frustrating, right? Irregular verbs are hard for lots of learners. But here's the secret. They follow patterns. Once you learn the patterns, you'll be surprised how fast you learn. Think of it like shortcuts on a map. You could take the long way, or you can use shortcuts and get there fast. These verbs are your shortcuts to speaking fluently. You'll hear them everywhere. Knowing them will make you sound more confident and natural. Plus, you'll avoid mistakes. Ready to take the shortcut? Let's learn about these tricky verbs. First, let's look at some common irregular verbs in Spanish. Don't be scared, we'll learn them together. Ser, to be. This verb has two forms. Ser for things that stay the same and estar for things that change. It can be tricky, but we'll figure it out. Ir, to go. This one is important, especially when you're talking about your trips to places where people speak Spanish. Haber, to have. You need this verb to talk about things you've already done. Hacer, to do, make. From doing homework to making friends, you'll use this verb a lot. Decir, to say, tell. You need this verb to share your thoughts and stories in Spanish. These are just a few of the irregular verbs in Spanish. But don't worry, we have some fun tricks to help you remember them. Let's be honest, looking at verb charts is boring, so we're going to use memory tricks. These silly and creative ways will help you remember even the toughest verbs. Ser versus estar, to be. Imagine Ser is a superhero with a big S on their chest. Estar is like a chameleon, always changing colors. Ir, to go. Imagine yourself on a roller coaster yelling, "Let's go!" That will help you remember the go sound in ir. Haber, to have. Think of a treasure chest full of things you have. This will help you remember Imagine you're a chef making delicious paella. The yummy smell will remind you of hacer. Decir, to say tell. Imagine you're shouting news to everyone. This will help you remember decir. These are just a few examples. The sillier your memory tricks, the better. Be creative and have fun. Now that you know some memory tricks, it's time to practice. The key is to repeat and practice regularly. Flashcards. Make flashcards with the verb on one side and what it means on the other. Verb games. Lots of apps and websites have fun games to help you practice. Speaking practice. Find a friend, tutor, or online partner to practice speaking Spanish with. Immersion. Watch movies, listen to music, and read books in Spanish. Even 15 minutes of practice each day helps a lot. Remember, every mistake is a chance to learn. Learning irregular verbs might seem hard at first, but it can be fun. Be patient, don't give up, and be proud of yourself. Good luck. Buena suerte. Hey everyone! So, you've learned the easy verbs, right? Now let's look at some trickier ones. The irregular verbs. These are important because you'll use them all the time when you're talking to people. First we have tener, which means to have. It's a really useful verb. You can use it to say you own something, like tengo un coche, I have a car. You can also use it to talk about your age, like tengo 20 años, I'm 20 years old. And you can use it to say you have to do something like tengo que estudiar, I have to study. Next up is venir, which means to come. This verb means you're moving toward the person you're talking to. So you could say, vengo de la tienda, I come from the store. Now let's talk about poder, which means to be able to or can. You use this when you can do something like puedo nadar, I can swim. Or if you want to ask permission, you can say, puedo ir al baño, can I go to the bathroom? Another important one is querer, which means to want. Use this to say what you would like quiero comer, I want to eat, or quiero aprender español, I want to learn Spanish. Finally, we have saber, which means to know. This is for when you have knowledge about something like sé hablar español, I know how to speak Spanish, or sé la respuesta, I know the answer. Try making your own sentences with these verbs. The more you use them, the easier they'll get. You're doing awesome.